Because now that we're at season 2 finale, what is something you learned about yourself?
Ooh, Puerto Rico. If you've never gone, you need to go.
Biggest thing I learned about myself is how to work with somebody else.
And I still couldn't imagine doing this with anybody else but you.
Which means you gotta stay tuned for that. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gemini Soulcast. I'm your host, Rob.
And I'm your host, Sin.
Today is a very, very special day because it is the season finale of Gemini Soulcast. Season 2.
I can't believe it.
I think time went by so quickly.
So fast. Too fast.
I felt like it was just yesterday that we had the season finale of season 1.
True. And we're here so fast. Like, it's crazy. It's a little idea, and look how far we've come.
I guess like my question for you is that looking back to when we first started to now, what has been something that you learned about yourself going through this whole journey so far? Because now that we're at season 2 finale, what is something that you learned about yourself?
Ooh, I think detachment. I think that one of the biggest things is like letting go and going with the flow of things and not try to control everything, especially in my life and especially even with this podcast. Sometimes, you know, Rob and I, we have our little, not really disagreements, but it's like, yo, we tell each other about each other.
Yeah, we do.
We do, but we still show up though.
Right.
We still tend to show up. Like, and there's sometimes that you don't do something the way that I'd like it and vice versa, but we still show up for each other and we keep going.
I appreciate that. I do know that there are moments when I was like, hey, Sin, did we post this yet? And you'd be like, if you say, did you post this yet one more time?
Yeah, but I know the intention of it. And I know that we're always on the same page when it comes to our podcast and the vision that we have for it and whatever else. And I still couldn't imagine doing this with anybody else but you, honestly.
Same here.
It is what it is. But that's one of the biggest lessons is kind of like detaching from certain things because sometimes, you know, life be lifing.
That's true.
And sometimes it's like we can't show up at 100% all the time. But I know that I have kind of like the patience at times, especially more now. Like I've always been kind of patient, like not always, but you know, it took me, but the last couple of years I've been pretty patient. But one of the things that I feel that I've grown a lot with during the time that we've been recording is that I've had more patience and more compassion and more grace, especially for myself.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I be coming down on myself sometimes like, damn, I dropped the ball with this.
Honestly, I come down on myself way too hard a lot of times.
Yeah.
We have to give ourselves grace.
Yeah, because we're trying to do so much and we still have a vision that's going to require a lot more.
Yes.
And so imagine.
You always tell me this where you're like, Rob, why are you trying to pack so much in one day?
Oh my God. Yeah, you gotta pace yourself. You gotta space it out. Cause Rob wants to do like a million things in one day.
I'm a Gemini.
Like we're here recording and he's going away for the weekend in like an hour. We have like an hour. Like, okay, but by the way, I have to leave at this time. It's like...
Hey, but I make sure I get everything ready.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So that, I feel, has been part of our growth with this podcast. We didn't get to do all the things that we wanted to do for season 2, but that's okay, because season 3 is going to be even better.
Season 3, we're going to pop off in season 3.
Yeah. There's going to be some stuff coming.
For sure. Which means you got to stay tuned for that.
What is something that you felt that you've, learned about yourself?
Myself? I mean, kind of echoing to what you're saying about being too hard on yourself. I definitely do. And I had to reflect upon that because there are moments when, say, like I tell you, oh, I want to, I want to, like, edit this episode and it's going to come out at a certain time. And then I'm like, shoot, and I don't. Like, so I guess like giving myself grace. And I think another big one for me, the biggest thing I learned about myself is how to work with somebody else longer term.
Yeah.
It's one thing for me to work at my job. I'm required. Maybe I have a boss and I have my coworkers, so I'm doing that. But when you are fully responsible for certain things, but you're also in a partnership with somebody, I think I'm learning more about partnerships.
Me too.
And how to communicate and how to give yourself grace and how to give the other person grace too.
Yes.
I feel like I have moments when I drop the ball, I sometimes am afraid to tell somebody, or I might be afraid to tell you right off the bat, because I'm afraid that you might get angry at me.
Right.
Even though you're not. But what's nice about Sin is that she's so good at communicating, and she can already read my mind sometimes. So she would even text me, "Look, I'm not mad at you."
Yeah, I want you to know that I'm not mad. Because
I appreciate that.
Things are happening in both our lives, like right now.
Yeah.
And I still look at it like I do it myself. Like, I'm still exactly where I'm supposed to be. Mm-hmm. Our podcast is exactly where it's supposed to be. So even if there's times that you're like, man, I didn't get to do this, and, we wanted to have it on this day, I just be like, it's okay. Just have it ready for next week.
Yeah.
And because I've detached from, like, going bonkers, like, oh my God, we should have had it out, this and that. I'm like, no, we're good. We're doing more than most people. You know how many people have quit making or recording their podcast by this time? We're still, like, this is the end of season 2. We're already talking about season 3.
Yeah. We're 20 episodes in, which is pretty crazy, I'll say.
And how many times, like, I remember going to, like, the YouTube event I went to. There was people, like, that were talking about how, like, they've had podcasts or like YouTube shows or whatever, and they'll do a couple of episodes and then that's it.
Yeah.
Like, they just stop.
I think most people just stop, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the momentum to keep on going, or life gets in the way. But I think for both of us, we know that there's something we want to keep doing with this.
Right.
And, obviously, if we have to make adjustments, we will.
Right.
I had a friend who told me that setting goals is just to get you started.
Right.
And then when you start, then you could always move the goalpost.
Right.
You don't have to only stick it to this thing. Like, I need to make X, Y, Z. Okay, now you're in it. You can make your adjustments. You can be like, okay, this worked, this didn't work. How can we make this one better for next time?
Right.
So I think there's a lot that we both learned in that process.
Yeah, and there's going to be more for us to learn. It's just a big learning process.
For sure. And also, speaking of learning, I know we're talking about the season finale, but I want to also have you share with the audience something that you kind of experienced too recently. You came back a different person, I feel.
Ooh, Puerto Rico, baby. Puerto Rico. If you've never gone, you need to go. Like,
yes.
It's very spiritual over there. The people are very spiritual. They believe in a lot. And it's kind of crazy because when my mom, who was born in San Lorenzo, Puerto Rico, and lived there until she was like 17, I think it was. And then she came over here to New York. But she has told me so many stories. And she's told me the belief that is over there. And like how people have said they've seen like Mary, mother of Jesus.
Wow.
They've seen her over there. A lot of spiritual sightings have taken place in Puerto Rico. But for me, it was like, I went there to be part of a baptism, a beautiful baptism. And it was like, it took place on the beach. And it's with the family that, are Santeros, which is like the religion of Santeria. And I know it gets a bad rap for a lot of people, but there's a lot of people that actually practice in the light with that. Mm-hmm. And this is a family that does. But it was interesting to see the ceremony. It was interesting to see them use a dove.
Yeah, tell me about that.
To like bless a child and then release it so that it can fly off into the sky. And it's almost like, I'm giving you this blessing, but I'm just going to take anything that may be negative or, anything bad, and I'm just going to take this away from you. And it's like a cleaning. You know,
Right.
like, you know, how people get, you know, and there's so many ways that you can clean. You can use sage, you can use Palo Santo to clean yourself.
Right.
In that religion, like they'll use something like that. Like during a baptism, it'll be like, no, we're going to actually use a dove that's going to clean you and it's going to take off into the sky. And it was amazing. Like, it's so hard for me to describe what I was feeling, but I was just like wowed by that because my grandmother was in that religion.
This is Santeria.
Right. But my mom never was. Right? She was, but my mom was like, nah. My mom is also like, you know, a psychic too, whatever, a psychic medium, but she just be faking the funk. But
That's hilarious.
because she's kind of afraid of it a little bit. But she'll say things and then next thing you know, like it happens and it's like, really, yo? So
right.
so it comes for us, you know, on the side of my mom, like this whole thing. But to experience that and then for them to tell us, like, you know, now you're gonna go to the ocean and you're gonna thank Yamaya, who represents, you know, water, spirituality, all that, and you're gonna thank her and you're gonna, you know, ask her for whatever it is that you want to be blessed for, whatever like healing, whatever it is that you want. And I asked for like, I want to be healthier, you know, like I want to, cause you know I have sometimes my feet hurt sometimes and it's kind of inherited from like my dad.
Oh.
Like a lot of some stuff that he had, I've noticed now. I'm like, man, I'm starting to get what my dad had. But I asked for that. Like, you know, could you just give me more like healing energy like around my feet and whatever else? Because I'll get cramps and stuff like that. And it's very annoying. But
Yeah.
but just like being there and like, you know, experiencing that ceremony and then going up to like the beach. It's just like so hard to like explain, but it was amazing. Like my soul was like, oh, okay, this is what we were missing. Like, you know, you go on a trip and then you come back and you're like, that's the trip I didn't know I needed.
Right.
And that's what it was for me at this time. You know?
I mean, look at you. Your hair is different now. This is
yeah.
your natural hair. If you're watching this, you can see that Sin has a beautiful natural hair right now.
Because when I was over there, I was like, oh, I'm just going to let my hair flow like I used to. Because all I do is straighten my hair all the time and like pick it up. And then I'm over there like, you know what? It's kind of hot. It's kind of humid. I'm just going to let my hair flow or whatever.
Let it rock.
This is my natural hair. And I haven't embraced it in a very long time. But I feel amazing with my natural hair. I'm just going to let it rock.
Let it rock. Beautiful queen right here.
Yeah. And then it was like, another spiritual experience that I'll share is we went to Bad Bunny's Cafe, y'all. It's called Cafe Con Ron in Puerto Rico. If you ever over there, go by over there in Old San Juan. They also have murals over there. We didn't even know that. And I saw that. So when we go back, we're going back, guys. We're going back to PR. So we're taking Rob with us. We're going. So they also have murals. But anyway, I go to this cafe and the waiter asked me if I was a santera, which is, you know, part of Santeria, that religion. And I just, you know, I was like, how do I tell him I'm part of a baptism? So I just told them like, you know, actually, you know, the family is and whatever else. And then he asked me at the beginning of our meal, at the end of the meal, you know, we get up, we're getting ready to leave. And then he's just like, he calls us over so that we could go look at Bad Bunny's VIP room. Yeah, I was like, yo.
Bad Bunny,
we didn't even
bye.
ask. He just like opened the door, was like, yo, you guys can look and whatever else. Then he shuts it, asked me again if I was a santera. And when I said, you know, actually I do speak with spirits, he was like, you speak with the santos.
Woo!
Which is basically like, you're able to speak with like spirit, ancestors, you know, all that, you know. And then I'm just like, yeah. And he said, energy never lies. This is all in Spanish. Like he's telling us like, energy never lies. And he was like, and I really did feel it off of you. And he points to me. And I'm the one who received like the blessing on the beach too. I didn't get cleaned with the dove, but they did present me with some beads. That's supposed to bring me like, you know, clarity. And
Do you have the beads with you?
I do. It's in my bag though.
Oh, okay.
It's in my bag. But it's for me, you know, like
right.
It was something for me to use so that it can open up more doors and I can receive more abundance.
Oh, yeah.
So my experience in Puerto Rico was like super spiritual. I let the hair flow. I get back, I do a reading, And in that reading, I'm doing everything totally opposite than what I used to do. It's just like, just doing a reading without using anything.
Like
Spirit,
no cards.
No cards and nothing. Like Spirit was just talking to me.
Nothing.
And I've always been told that I don't need it, that it's just like a tool. But I still would use it because, y'all like that visual stuff. You got to see stuff. Yeah. But now I'm just going to keep going like this and see what happens.
That's the power of the being. Yeah. That's your soul right there.
Yeah, my soul is like, all right, we're done with this.
Yeah.
We're going to start getting closer to ourselves again. And that's what I feel. And I think that's probably why my hair's down like this.
Getting back to your roots.
Getting back to me.
Yeah. I feel like that trip to Puerto Rico is almost like your pilgrimage.
Yeah.
Returning to the self, returning to home in a way. And by doing so, now you're really more connected to who you are.
Yeah.
Your essence.
Yeah. And now I just feel like I felt it before, but now I feel it even more. Like I could do anything.
Hell yeah.
Like those dreams that you have and things like that, like it's just, I don't know, like it just made my vision even larger.
Right, you know what time it is. It is affirmations of the day. We have the lovely Deck of Plenty from Channy Nicholas.
Let's see what the message is. What is it this time?
What is it good for?
Oh, it's got to be that one. That flew right out. Ooh. Shame tells me to stay in hiding, but healing knows that there is no hope there. Ooh. Oh, that's an amazing affirmation. It's kind of funny because in this episode, of course, we were talking about us coming back to self. And when I read this, I just feel like, not coming home to self or feeling guilty for doing so is like a no-no. Honestly, if you feel that way, yeah, you do need some like healing, and that healing is gonna pull you out of that because you should surrender and you should fully accept yourself for all that you are. Learning about yourself or going back home to yourself is gonna show you that. It's gonna show you how worthy you are, how amazing you are. That energy, that light that shines inside you is gonna like really like illuminate the world, and you just become so much more magnetic.
Right.
And people are gonna start showing up for you in ways that you never even dreamed of. So much more when you just fully embrace yourself.
Let's show the folks what we got here. Bam!
Amazing cards and amazing messages, amazing affirmations.
Love that. Thank you for reading this.
Of course. And now, back to the episode. Looking forward to like going back.
Right.
Looking forward to greeting the ocean again.
What did you say the ocean's name was called?
Yemaya.
Yemaya. I love that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow.
She's a woman too. They have like
a woman.
Statues of her, and it's like yellow colored and stuff like that. But it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's also a very beautiful religion. And again, it gets a bad rap because there's people that use it for bad or like cast spells on people. And, and that's okay. You can do, whatever it is that you want to do with your religion or, just like us, our spirituality.
Right.
I could use it to take advantage of people and tell you, hey, you got a curse on you. Pay me $200. I'll remove it.
Right.
Come on, yo.
Scams.
That's not what we came here to do.
No.
But you know what I'm saying? We come and we use our gifts for good.
Right. For service for others.
Right.
Which I love. Yeah.
Exactly. So so Puerto Rico was amazing, and I can't wait to go back and experiencing with you.
Hey.
And see what else comes along.
Eso, huepa, Nueva York.
Oh, does your in your culture and stuff like that, do you guys do certain rituals or ceremonies by the sea and stuff?
Ooh, by the sea. Not that I know of by the sea. But we do, in my family, we have an altar as well, and it is for the ancestors, and we'll leave fruits, we'll leave rice wine or tea for them. So that's the offerings that we give them as we pray and for protection, good health, money, whatever blessings that we want.
Yeah.
So I don't though there is a water god. There is a water god too. Shoot, I'm blanking on this the god's name, but when there are a lot of people traveling through the sea, they'll pray to this god. I think starts with an M, I think. I don't want to butcher it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to butcher it,
But there is a water god. Okay.
there is a water god, but that's within like Chinese like mythology type. Almost like Poseidon and like Neptune, that type. It kind of traces back to that era too, because there's a lot of gods. They're all like different, like god of the war, god of earth, god of the dead. Like King Yama, or earth god, dude. Old dude, so it's like, yes, you get all these
old dude.
Yeah, he's this old dude with a staff, and he has like
Okay.
a peach, as for longevity. So, yeah, but we have our own like rituals too. We have one for like full moons.
Yes. There
Yeah.
was like a full moon, I think, when I went over there. The 11th.
On July 11th, yeah, I think so.
There was like
We're about to have a new moon coming up. Well, by the time this episode releases, it'll probably be time for a full moon.
Yeah, but I think we had the full moon. And so being over there and then doing that whole like ceremony, it was
Around like a full moon energy.
it's like a lot of letting go.
Yo.
Letting stuff go, and yeah.
For you, what would you say has been like during this season at Gemini Soulcast, because it's the finale, what has been the stuff that you had to let go?
A lot of relationship stuff.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
In the realms of love.
In the realms of love. Yeah.
Wow. Like expectations, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it's like expectations. You know how we do too. We get into our head. Sometimes we assume things. We start thinking things. We kind of spiral a bit.
Yep.
We do all of that. And I think the full moon over there was more about like releasing those expectations or those thoughts or those assumptions and like kind of like loving on me.
Hell yeah.
Remembering, that I come first
Right.
and all that stuff. So it's interesting because it's like I went back to me.
This whole trip really feels like it's coming back to you.
Yeah.
I love that.
Coming back to myself. Because I do get lost when it comes to relationships. It's like my biggest lessons are around relationships. Never around money, which I'm glad anyway.
That's a very big blessing.
Yeah, that's a big blessing because I don't harp on money. But I harp on these relationships. And, it's because like I was told in Puerto Rico, they were like, yo, you love hard. That's what it is too. You love
I feel that.
hard. And then, you get into these relationships with these men who can't handle how hard you love because they're not, loving themselves the way that they should in order to show up that way for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Damn.
yeah, it comes back full circle, man. There's a lot of lessons there. And remember that everything's being reflected back to you. So, however, your significant other or partner is showing up has a lot to do with you because it starts with you first.
Always starts with you. I've been thinking a lot about that too.
Oh, have you?
With the self, yeah. I think when it comes to letting go, I feel like this season of Gemini Soulcast, I've had to learn how to let go of me. Like the old versions of me.
Yes.
That I can't cling on to anymore.
Yes.
The thing that I used to identify with, or the old narratives that I told myself.
Right.
It's like it's time to shed those out.
Yeah.
And sometimes that also means relationships too. Like friendships, people that don't serve me anymore. Like I had to learn how to also let those go.
Right.
No matter how painful that is, but you have to let go of a certain weight if you want to fly.
Right.
So.
And sometimes these people like they show up a certain way, right? That you don't like. The way that they're acting with you or, the way that they're showing up for you, but that has a lot to do with you, with self.
Yeah.
And it's just being reflected back. So if you feel like somebody doesn't care about me, it's because you're not caring enough about you, yourself. That's why you feel like they don't care about you. When you feel like they're not giving me enough attention because you're not giving enough attention to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that you have to look at. And I'm telling you, like, I've recognized this, right? But I'm still human. I'm still going to go have my time. I'm going to have my moments.
Yeah.
But definitely when you decide to start going back home to you, going back home, you start to really, really recognize these things. And you're like, nah,
Right.
I'm sorry, baby, but I deserve way better.
And that's when you set your boundaries.
And I have to like take care of me by setting these boundaries. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And most people, men and women, they'll respect you more when you put up your boundaries.
Right.
People feel like settling or allowing this to go on is like really showing them how much you love them and want to be with them. But realistically, no, it's not. It's just allowing them to like walk all over us.
Right.
And do whatever because, well, they ain't speaking up, so I'm going to do whatever I want. You have to set your boundaries and show up for self. When you do that, they will fall in line and give you the respect that you deserve and show up in a much better way.
You respect yourself, other people respect you. You don't, it's not going to be reciprocated.
Exactly.
Wow. What would you say is like, now that you had that kind of lesson for yourself, you've come back to yourself now. You have this empowering moment now.
Yeah.
And so now that as we close out season 2, what is something that you're looking forward to in this next chapter of you?
Ooh. Honestly, I just want to go harder now for my dreams.
Okay.
I feel like I want to put a lot more energy into my vision. I want to start implementing more. Like, I just want to be about it, not just talk about it.
Sames.
I know you on the same page. Gemini.
Yeah. You know how it is, yeah.
Yeah, even when I think about our podcast and all the stuff that we talk about, I'm just like, no, we're going to start doing this, this, and this.
Right.
Like we spoke about.
Taking aligned action is very important.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes, at least for me, like I get distracted a lot.
Yeah.
By things that don't matter as much.
Yeah.
Or by what other people think.
Ah.
You know? Or what my own self-doubt and fears are. So I get distracted by the fears. I get distracted by the self-doubt that I'm not committing as much to the dream or the vision. I feel like sometimes I have to come back to that.
Yeah.
You know, and learn how to express myself authentically without apology.
Yeah. And it's interesting that you say that because anybody that looks at Rob is like, wow, this guy's like really confident. He's got it put together.
I mean, I have my moments.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's a Gemini thing, to be honest. Because people be coming to me too like, oh, you're so strong and you got this. And I'll just be looking at them like, you don't even know.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
The civil war that's happening within me.
You have no idea. Like,
yeah.
Honestly, it takes a lot.
Right.
It takes a lot. But you have to be open to learning too.
Yes.
Especially about yourself.
Mm-hmm. That's forever.
Yeah.
That's me for everything.
And I feel like too, like when we talk about relationships, we put so much energy into the other person, we lose sight of self. And that's a big issue too. And I've done it.
Same.
And now I'm just like, nah, I can't. You know, when they say keep your eye on the prize, they're talking about keep your eye on yourself. You the prize.
Yeah.
You're the prize. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's why you gotta really commit to you.
Yeah.
And everyone's dreams are gonna be different. Everyone's definition of success is different. Still, don't let society, culture, or family or your friends influence you on what success should mean to you or what your dreams should be.
Urgent message. Yeah.
We're hearing that loud and clear.
Urgent message.
For anybody that needs to hear this, 100%. Please also write down in the comments what is something that you've been dreaming about or you've been talking about, but you haven't committed to that yet. Because I know everybody has that.
Yeah.
You know, but we have one life to live, and it's in this moment.
Yeah. What about you? What is something that you want to take aligned action towards or...
I resonate 100% with you, too. I want to commit to myself a lot more.
Yeah.
And yes, part of that is the partnerships. Part of that is the health, the money, all of that. But it's really being able to look into my own true desires and being like, okay, let's fully go for it.
Yeah.
Also taking care of myself, too, because I easily can lose sight of that. So remembering that, honoring that, knowing that if I need to take a break, and don't feel bad about it.
No.
You know, I used to feel bad about it all the time.
No, you
taking
gotta
a break.
stop. Yeah.
And so now I'm like, no, if I feel like I just want to like chill out, I'm allow myself to chill out and to know that if there are moments when like I need to get something done, I'm going to do it. And yeah, to not sell myself short and to honor myself
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and you gotta listen to your body too.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, yo, we need to rest. Like, we don't have to do a million things today. Like, sometimes you just gotta take a day
I'm still
to
learning
do
that.
nothing. Sometimes you just need a day to like rest, do nothing, read,
Yeah.
watch your favorite show. You know what I'm saying? Like, order your favorite food. Take a day for self without feeling guilty.
I think that's the big thing, to not feel guilty about
Yeah,
it.
because I've done it too. Like, sometimes, like, oh my God, I need a day. And then it's like the end of the day, and I'm like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. Like, I go through this list in my head, and I'm like, nah, I'll just get to it tomorrow. You know, like, it's fine. Like, then I tell
Right.
myself, like, no, it's fine. Like, if you need to rest, you gotta listen to your body.
I feel like you've done a great job with that, and that's something that I learned from our time being together.
Yeah.
Is that sometimes you have moments when you're just like, look, it's a Sunday, I'm not working on Sunday.
Yeah.
And that's that.
I'm not reading on Sunday.
Yeah, and like for me, like I don't have that boundary that I set for myself. So a weekend is the same as a weekday
Yeah.
for me. And like, but seeing how you maneuver things, I'm like, oh wow, no wonder why you have a lot of energy every day is because you allow yourself to recharge.
You have to. Yeah.
You know,
You gotta
so-
take a day. Doesn't mean it has to be a Sunday for you.
Yeah,
you know, it could
whatever
be
day, you know,
a
like-
Monday. It could be
Yeah,
like, you know what, I'm taking a Wednesday for myself. It's just about, it helps you kind of balance too.
Fully.
Gives you a little recharge. Helps you create even better too, because you're resting the mind. You're doing things. You know what I'm
Hell yeah.
saying?
You need that. You 100% need that. Ah. And so as we wrap up season 2, finale, do you have any message that you want to give to the world?
Yeah, exactly what I said before. Don't lose sight of you. You come first, then everyone else. It's you first, then them.
Facts.
You know, there's too many people out here like that are lost in the sauce. I'm just gonna say it like that.
It's true.
That have big dreams and, you know, and want to do things, but they get so distracted and so caught up. And a lot of times it's, if it's not gonna like really do something for you or affect you like in a great way in 5 years, like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're at a point now where it's like, just be intentional with whatever it is that you're trying to do for yourself and start putting energy into that. You know, that's really one of the biggest messages. That was like a download, by the way. That's what
Yeah.
I look
I felt
up.
that.
I look up when I'm trying to like listen. It's very hard to explain. I just feel like it comes up, you know, from up top, but like on my right side. And I just be like, okay.
That's how you know it came from the divine.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
My message for everybody listening is thank you. I'm very grateful that you're listening to our episode right now. Whether you're listening to it at this moment when we drop this episode or whether you're listening to it 2 months later, 6 months later when you discover us, thank you for tuning in to this lovely space that we have here. We want to make sure that you feel heard and that you feel seen. So definitely write down in the comments what are some of your dreams and what are some aligned actions that you're planning on taking. We're all in this together, and we cannot wait to see you again for season 3.
And don't forget, if you have any ideas, if you want something that you want us to talk about or touch on, same thing. Like, let us know in the comments or shoot us an email, GeminiSoulcast@gmail.com.
All right. Make sure to give us a follow at Gemini Soulcast. Also follow us individually at Cafe Con Sin and Rob Chen here. And with that, this is the end of season 2. Once again, I'm your host, Rob.
I'm your host, Sin, and we have a lot of gratitude, y'all.
Yes, indeed. So this is Gemini Soulcast. See you next time. Hey. Hey.
Yeah.
Eso. Huevo.
Season 2, baby.
We silly.
Bloopers, yo, bloopers.
Straight up.